Grand Rising to the collective, man. Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop an upload. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos a week, man. And this is for entertainment and educational purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, it helps the collective get bigger. Helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I ain't gonna hold you, man. I do appreciate the collective. I'm grateful for y'all. I love doing these videos. I also want to ask y'all, man, y'all spam it up in the comments. Let me know what's a good time for y'all for the videos to be re-uploaded. Y'all want me to switch it from 7:57 a.m.? Like, y'all let me know what work for y'all. What time frames y'all looking for? Let me know. You know, I'll try to switch it up if it fits. If everybody agreeing and the collective is all in agreement and we all agree this certain time and this work for everybody, then yeah, I'll switch it. But y'all let me know, man. But I ain't gonna hold you. Let's get right into the video, man. Let's go.
Y'all, I am driving in Chicago and the sky has been gray like this for several days. And literally, it just look, I don't want to hear no fog shit. Like, we've been covered in smoke for like some weeks now, and ain't nobody talking about this shit, Joe. Like, this shit is weird. It's not normal at all. Look at the sky, Joe. It's been like this for a couple of days now. It's getting worse and worse. Ain't no.
Let me give y'all the warning before you come to the city of New Orleans for Mardi Gras, you heard me? Everything is sectioned off. Don't be all back there in Bourbon, French Quarters, looking for something, and then you run into something else, you heard me? Because that's how it is in the city. We got witches over here, we got your vampires over there, we got your werewolves over there, rainbows over there, this over here, you heard me? Like, everything is sectioned off, so it's a place of culture, baby. Don't come over there and you thinking you just about to be dancing, you heard me, drinking your little drink, you heard me, and then next thing you know, you run into something crazy. You better be aware, baby. It's like vortexes down there. Quantum physics is happening down there. You go in one spot and you wound up in the other, you heard me? Mirror dimensions is happening down there. Be careful, bro. Stop thinking everything is cute and, you feel me? Don't come out down here with all that. I promise you, it's gonna be some problems.
Hey, I heard it get wild and
Here we go again, guys. I got more images from David, man. David Eckhart and his crazy entities that he sees all the time. Man, you can see the eye right here. You can see the mouth. I mean, this is... What in the world is that? I mean, you can say it's nothing. You can say it's a big blur of nothing. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to say that, but those of us that knows what's going on, that we know, we know that we know. And every time he sends me these, it's more and more, and it's different every time. Check this next one out. Okay, this is another image of another portal. And there's also an entity in front of it. The purple that you see would be the entity, and behind it is the portal. He keeps creating these portals, and these entities keep coming through. These beings come through, these fourth dimensional. He thinks they're fourth dimensional beings coming through. We explained about the mirrors and the silver and the quartz and all of this that he uses to do this. Now, he's not going to give you the specific details of what he does, but these are the things that he's seeing. And although a lot of people see it, and I don't blame you, people that don't understand, they look at it like, man, what is that, man? That don't look like anything. I can understand that. But, you know, without the insults, you know, leave your comments, because we're not doing this for no reason. This is just, you know, this is something that, you know, throughout the day, we're seeing this type of stuff. He's sending me these images. He's doing this. These things follow him around, guys. It is absolutely phenomenal. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think.
What is this in the sky, y'all?
What the is that, bro?
What is this? What is this, man?
damn.
This shit is moving strange as
Bro, what is is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the fifth one at? Right there.
Down
Fifth.
there. This all
It's in the cloud. They was just about to look like they was about to morph together or something.
The two at the bottom got, well, where the fourth one go?
It's the, yeah, oh, there it is. Well, did these disappear and reappear? I don't know, I'm tripping. Maybe it just went on my eyesight.
Why is those three up there?
Those three up there. Bro, what is this? Nah, this gotta get sent in.
Black dots? Like,
Bro,
what
come
the
on,
fuck
what is that? What is that, man?
Gee, there gotta be some type of explanation for this shit.
That's not normal. Strange stuff in the sky. 5 black dots.
Moving slow as the The two at the bottom are close again.
Really?
And the three, the one
Oh, I see him.
The three at the top. What the This ain't like no UFO, no baby. It's
Come on, what are you talking about, bro? What is this? Look, they're moving, bruh.
right.
Come on, I got all 5 in the picture. What is this? Stop playing with me.
Look at the shape,
And you can see the little aura around them. Bro,
right? It is.
you see aura around them. This energy matter of some source.
And through the camera?
Bro, I can see it. I can see the little vibration
Are
around
they
it.
getting further away? Or they just
Yeah, they moving.
Are they moving up in a way or just up?
Man, I don't even know if I should be recording them. They best well get on us. Bro, what is this stuff?
This is a crazy shit right here. That motherfuckers don't do.
Where the other ones at, man?
And now I'm searching the sky to see if it's more, but I don't see any more. It's just those 5 dots.
Bro, what is this?
You'll see how they at first was in they was in a pyramid or a triangle. Y'all, I know y'all saw how they was in that. I was in that formation for a second, but I ain't gonna lie, the commentary was funny though. They moving up and away or just up? I tried in my head and I tried it. I tried to ask myself like, they going up and away or up? Like, bro, there ain't no difference, bro. Like, I tried, bro. I tried to hold that one in. I thought about it. It didn't make sense to me.
In 1966, the CIA classified a book. This book was about the end of the world. Now, the man who wrote this book said that the Earth experiences regular events that end intelligent life, and we're actually the 6th intelligent civilization. Now, the event in question is a pole shift. In 2013, the CIA declassified a bunch of this book, but there was about 53 pages that were heavily redacted. They've never said why. Now, around 11,600 years ago, the Earth did experience a pole shift of about 15 degrees. That period is known as the Younger Dryas. So if we were to experience a pole shift today, what could we expect? So the Earth spins at about 1,000 miles an hour. And in a polar shift, the land masses practically stop. This sudden stop could cause earthquakes, 1,000-mile-an-hour winds, massive tidal waves. Imagine being in a planet-sized car that gets into an accident and nobody's wearing a seatbelt. Now, we don't know why the CIA classified this book, but today it is something that you're able to go read, even though it's still heavily redacted. Search The Adam and Eve Story by Dr. Chan Tom.
The original biblical canon known as the Dead Sea Scrolls, particularly the Book of Enoch, speaks about how God turned particular women into mermaids. Let's look at the verse in the Book of Enoch that explains who these women are. Enoch 19 verse 2 says, "And the women also of the angels who went astray shall become sirens." I'll speak about what this verse means in just a bit. Let's discuss what a siren is briefly. A siren is another word for a mermaid for many people, although in ancient Greece a siren was described as a half-bird, half-human creature. Take a look at this show called Siren, and look at the cover of the show. Now, what this verse meant in the Book of Enoch was that the women that mated with fallen angels were punished by being turned into sirens. Although the Book of Enoch uses the word siren, in this context it is referring to mermaids, due to the fact there are still people who report seeing these creatures, and it would make sense that mermaids would escape the Great Flood because they live in water. Also take note that some people call mermaids sirens because of the sound they make. They're known to lure people into the ocean with their hypnotic singing, and there are stories all around the world about these creatures. I would love to hear your stories in the comment section below. But
Dude, they used to be on that ship. They used to work the ships. Yeah, I miss his videos where he would catch the sirens making noises and they be like, jump for me, stuff like that. I miss his videos, bro. But we already know his circumstances. But yeah, I miss his videos about sirens. But y'all think you think they survived the flood? Enoch got some dope stories up in there. They got, I know, we know why they were moved in. We know why. They didn't want us to believe. Let's just leave it at that.
Secret facilities that you know about.
Well, you know, everyone talks about Area 51. That's an old one. A more state-of-the-art one is actually in the Dugway Proving Grounds, which is in Utah.
I'm going to put a picture up of it right now.
That's a big one in Dugway. It's underground. It's about 1,300 square miles. Not acres, miles.
1,300 square miles?
Yeah.
What's in there?
All this stuff. Technologies, the craft, operations. When he got to the site, there was about a 6x6 pod. There was some sort of one molded thing, and there were 4, I'm going to use his language, little men that looked like the color of a Sicilian, 39 inches tall, no hair, and also no external ears, no pinna flaps, very fine feature. I debriefed over 1,000 men on this. He said, I can't figure out how they got in and out of their uniforms. So they had a one-piece uniform, now no zipper and no buttons, and no visible way they could get them out of this thing.
Holy shit, this situation just got a whole lot crazier. As you can see, former Chilean President Sebastián Pinera dies in a helicopter crash at 74 just yesterday. But before we go any further, I want everybody to be aware of the situation at hand and why we're talking about Chile. This just so happens to be what majority of southern Chile looks like at this very moment, as a series of deadly wildfires that killed over 112 people ravaged through the areas of southern Chile. Now stay with me, okay, because this is the primary reason of why we're speaking about Chile and the wildfires. As you can see, thousands of homes were destroyed in flames, which swept through the hilly settlements around the resort town of Viña del Mar starting Friday, propelled by high winds. A regional state of emergency was declared and a nighttime curfew imposed. Well, ironically, the same energy institutions that just so happen to be involved with rebuilding Maui in quotations, just so happen to have their 4th LA Conference on Sustainable Development of Energy, Water, and Environment Systems, just on the 14th to the 17th of January 2024, in where? Ironically, if you look into as to why they're interested in Viña del Mar, you might see here Viña del Mar is considered Chile's top city to live in, work in, and visit, and ranks 2nd behind only Santiago for education. And then a whole bunch of other pros for the area as well. And that doesn't seem to be the only article that seems to be talking about things like that. Now, what's ironic is the company named Hitachi just so happened to have a website just a couple months ago that just so happened to be deleted that clearly stated that Maui was supposed to be the first integrated SMART island. So that's pretty interesting, and the reason why it's so damn interesting is because of this. Oh, wow. You mean the SMART City Business Chile headquarters are at where? Huh. And then if you just so happen to go to their summit website, you might find things like this. And has anybody gained notice as to how many lithium mines are being built in southern Chile? I'm not laying claim to anything officially being true, but I hope I can at least connect the puzzle pieces for you a little bit easier. In the last episode, I just so happened to speak about a certain satellite that just so happened to be above Maui the day of the wildfires. Now, once again, not laying claim to anything officially being true, but the satellite just so happens to be owned by a company named CERN. CERN, a couple years ago, just so happened to declare that they discovered the 5th force of nature, which just so happens to be something called cosmic energy. And the cosmic energy may or may not be collected via satellite. And when it is, it just so happens to be able to produce a specific beam, but you can't actually say that word openly here on TikTok. But it's ironic because I spoke about in the last video as well that there has officially been a Space Force unit created just last year, right? That is designated to defending the nation against adversary satellites that are capable of producing ground-based what? Yeah, once again, can't use that word. But gosh, that really makes you think, huh? Did you know Jeff Bezos just last year just so happened to build a SMART hub in the middle of the waters in Greece? And the main 2 areas that just so happen to communicate via data with the hub are Athens and Larissa. Wait, Athens and Larissa just had their worst fire seasons to date. Oh man, wait, what? It's not hard to research into these matters for yourself, people. I mean, come on. So many people rely on mainstream media and the news to paint this picture of truth for you.
I mean, you ain't had to even see what we seen the green thing come from the sky, and then we already heard that happened in Maui. So when it first happened in Maui, you gotta be crazy to not think they was not going to use that again. in the near future. And that's why I'm like, I mean, I didn't even have to hear him say that to think like that. Because if it was that successful on their end, what happened in Maui, I mean, it's gonna be way more successful somewhere else too. You just gotta game plan a little more. We just gonna, that's the guinea pig. Like, yeah, that's the test run. Maui was a test run. Maui was the guinea pig. If it worked here on this little island where it's secluded, now let's see what happened with that. Let's go back to the drawing boards of the game plan. Let's watch this film, and then let's turn around and do it somewhere else. Maybe a bigger area. Maybe I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like I ain't gotta hear him say that to think that, like, to connect those dots. I don't need no mainstream media either. All I had to see was Maui happen once to know the rest of the world needs to be a little bit cautious here as far as what could happen next.
Welcome back to What Would Happen If. This time, what would happen if the San Andreas Fault ruptured tomorrow? Aye, fuck. Now, this fault line runs down most of the Californian coast, and when referenced in TV or movies is referred to as the Big One. This is because certain parts of this fault line haven't ruptured in hundreds of years, and when it inevitably does rupture, is expected to cause a magnitude 8 earthquake. That'll be the biggest natural disaster in the last century, no biggie at all! For starters, it would cause an unprecedented amount of damage. Any old buildings that aren't earthquake-proof, bye! And even modern buildings can be damaged enough to never be used again. Fires would break out across the state. Dams would be seriously damaged. You know, those things that hold back a fuck ton of water. Yeah, those. Also, this bad boy would be detected on the East Coast. Overall, 13 million people would be affected. But what wouldn't happen? Thought I'd give you some good news to soften the blow. I don't know. For starters, a ravine will not open up in the middle of California. Do remember that these faults are sliding past each other, not away from each other. Also this. There'll be plenty of things to fuck up your day that day. A tsunami won't be one of them.
Here we have the San Andreas Fault. At 800 miles long, 10 miles deep, and 28 million years old, the San Andreas Fault connects tectonic plates. This fault has caused earthquakes with a magnitude greater than 8 on the Richter scale. That's really strong. The San Andreas Fault connects to a network of other faults, which is why it's so active. Scientists say that these gigantic cracks in the ground could be enough to destroy all of Los Angeles. It's been decades since this fault created an earthquake big enough to cause major damage. Who knows when the next will come?
I ain't really curious on when the next gonna come. I remember my step pops at the time, he used to always bring up, like, he used to watch CNN, war movies. He was tapped into like social issues and stuff like that. So when he would be sitting there watching TV, I would be sitting there watching it with him, and then he would just get to watching weird documentaries. And one day it was San Andreas Fault Line, and I was like, what is the San Andreas Fault Line? And he was just like, man, it's gonna one day snap, and it could end California, it could end LA. He used to give me just little details like that. He wasn't that deep into it, but just gave me like what it was, the gist of what it was. And yeah, I ain't too interested on when that's gonna happen. As y'all know, I am in Cali. I'm not in LA, and I'm not in the Bay Area. We in SAC. So we in the Valley. Northern California, we in the Valley. So only thing I'm scared of is if the Bay collapsed, LA collapsed, and the water come rushing in, or the dams break, because we do got a dam here. We got Folsom Dam, and they hold a hell of a lot of water. And SAC known for flooding out, like a flash flood warnings. We get flood warnings more than anything. Heat warnings and flood warnings. Sometimes freeze warnings. No snow though. But yeah, that water come in, our asses is done, boy.
Guys, if you don't know who this is David Eckhart. He is like a brother to me. He's a very good friend of mine. And look, I just wanted to say that we've been posting some of the images that he sent me, and people are like, well, that's some kind of jug of water. Guys, you have no clue what's going on. You think you know how to do this stuff. You think you know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. We're not wasting our time with this stuff. We're not trying to do this just to get views or trying to get noticed or attention. We're doing this because this is a real current situation. David recently, a while back, gave an interview about one of his abduction encounters. Check this out.
I've seen areas where I was put into a clean room. If you know what a clean room is, has a drain in the middle of the floor where you can dissect somebody and you just hose everything down when you're done. It's called a clean room. And I knew that there was some reptilian doctors there on the other side of the door, but there was a platform evidently above by the window I was working at, and there was humans up there, and there was, I don't know why they was pushing them off. It seemed like low gravity, and as they was falling, these things was coming out of the wall that looked like electrical conduit, and it would jab them each side of the leg and the inner side and suck all the fluid out of them. And they would look like mummies as they was coming down, but they was coming down all the way to the floor, and they had the shorter reptilian guys down there, and they was throwing the bodies into these burners, and they had this thing on the ceiling that was like half moon shaped, silver, and it would go over to a pile of bodies and pick them up, vacuum them up, or whatever it was doing. I don't know how it was, probably vacuuming them up, and it would carry it over, a batch of bodies over closer to a burner, and they had these, the short reptilian guys just throwing the bodies and they're burning it up. And so that was kind of disturbing.
And notice he was talking about the reptilian doctors. Well, he's had several visits from this guy. This is one of them. This is one of the images, and there's a reason he posts these images, guys. There's a reason. He's had experiences with them. They've stopped him from coming through these portals. They've created several stargates at one time, and he's watched these things pour into his house, go out the window, leave, come back, go back through the portals. Yeah, this stuff isn't made up. I know we posted here a few days ago, we posted an entity that looked like it was a puppet or whatever, and people laughed at it and thought it was a joke or whatever. It's not a joke. It's not. You can laugh if you want. I mean, you know, there's no way for us to just reach out and prove this to you and sort of, but there's a reason that they're investigating David. There's a reason they stay for weeks at the time at his house, and they try to keep it secret. He's had visits from government officials telling him to stop it, to stop talking about it. This is real stuff. This isn't made up. So you can leave your comments, and you know, if you're negative about it, you know it's okay, but you know, don't insult us for trying to get this information out, because you know there's some credibility behind this, or these people would not just continuously be trying to pick David's brain. David's a special person, and there's a reason that he sees what he sees. Leave your comments.
The picture looked real though. But y'all agree with him? I think he lying and I think he telling the truth. And I just want to say, people who like to laugh and stuff like that, it's all fun and games until your ass gotta go through it. So just be respectful, because you just be mindful that there's so many things in this world. But most of the time, when people do stuff like that, then people need help they damn self. When people laugh or give insults first because they don't agree with something, that mean they ain't got no life, bro. That mean they ain't got no time and they miserable as hell. They ain't got shit to live for. So what they doing is they trying to ruin everybody else's energy. Hey, let them burn, bro. Let them be in their corner. The more, look, here at the Collective. Anybody, if y'all see a comment and somebody is vibrating low, somebody coming with the insults, don't respond. Just leave it there. Ignore them, because they don't matter. They don't matter. That mean they probably an Agent Smith. Y'all know what that mean. They NPC, bro. Let their ass burn. Just let them sit. Don't pay them no attention. The more you don't pay them attention, the less energy you give them, the more they gotta sit in their bullshit. Straight up, let them be miserable by their damn self. And we just keep dropping this knowledge, keep dropping gems, keep giving information, we exchanging information, and the more we do that, those people, when they ready, if they ever become ready, they can go to that information and they can go look at whatever we have already discussed, and then they can catch up. But it don't matter to us, because we already growing on a positive level. So yeah, but you need positive and you need negative, but let them negative people live, bro. Let them live their negative ass life. That's how I see it. So when he talking about they insulting, I feel him, but let they ass live. Ignore them, let them vibrate at their frequency by they damn self, because misery need company. But what happens if it don't have none? They gonna crash out. They gonna self-destruct. Let them self-destruct in. Shit, that's how I feel about it. You wanna be insulting, bro? Be insulted by your damn self. So Collective, y'all see anybody like that? Let their ass chill, bro. Don't say nothing to them. Just let them go. Let them go. Let them be by their damn self, because clearly that's not what they want. They don't want to be ignored, so ignore them.
Guys, I'm gonna tell you like it is. This Tucker Carlson interview, the United States has a lot to explain. He dropped it out, said what he said. Man, listen, there is so many different things at play, and he pretty much said it's the United States that has been against the United States. this whole time. Somebody got some explaining to do. I thank Tucker Carlson for putting his life on the line going to go do this interview, but somebody got some explaining to do.
A mysterious creature was filmed in Tanzania. Guys, look, it's not a monkey. It's not a monkey. Anthropologists and scientists agree that it is not a monkey, that it is a species that has never been observed before. And it's still very strange. Some say it is a werewolf. Others say it is a cross between a monkey and a wolf or a hyena. Well, there are a lot of theories. The problem is that as long as we don't capture it and scientists can't study it, we won't know what it is. We can't really compare it to another animal, except maybe the monkey or the myth of the werewolf. That's why it came back a lot. Tell me in a comment what you think, but honestly, if you come across this kind of fool in the middle of the savannah, I think that honestly, he doesn't look convenient, he doesn't look nice, the thing, he looks very aggressive, he has a lot of muscles, he seems to be fast and lively, and as I said, he seems to be aggressive. And what is surprising is that it is the only specimen that we observed.
Smoking some weed, chilling and not caring. When I gave my life to God, something changed, bro. I really lived that gangbanger life. It was getting me nowhere. I almost died in the streets. So I said, if there's a God, you gotta help me because I'm gonna die out here. I started reading this word. When I read the word, now I spread it to everybody. This is the main message. For God so loved this wicked world, he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life. God did not send his son in the world to condemn the world, but through him all may be saved. Listen to this though.
And that's for some people who say the youth ain't got no hope. Whatever you choose, as long as you living righteous, bro. That's what I feel. And I don't care what book he read, as long as it ain't nothing vibrating too low and ain't negative. And he just said what he was doing and where he was headed. And so for him to be able to get his life on track and find something worth more than maybe just him, or live for something bigger than himself, I respect it. I don't care what book he read. I don't care what he believes. That's his life. It's his experiences. It's whatever he sees, whatever he gonna project. It's his experience, man. I don't want to control that. So some people got their input on what he's saying, what if he's right, if it's, hey, as long as he's searching for those answers and he's living correctly and not bad like he may have used to being based off what he said, that's all I care. Because that's gonna make the world a better place. Not me controlling what he's saying or what he believes or if it's factual or nothing. All I'm looking at is the message, seeing where he came from and where he going. That's the biggest, that's the most important thing, because he has potential to do even more at that point. He fixed it. Well, he's fixing it. He hadn't fixed everything, but I mean, I like his energy though. I like his energy. Spam it up if y'all like that little clip. Damn, hey, that song had me weak though. from the looks of it, he might have made it out of there. So that's a good thing. But damn, hey, let me know if any of y'all have been in the middle of a damn tornado. I need to know. I need to know, man, and let me know that experience. I like reading that type of stuff. I like seeing what others have been through, hearing people's stories and stuff. Like, I want to know. So let me know if y'all been stuck in a tornado. If you have a crazy story about a tornado, just spam it up in the comments, bro. Let me know. Yeah, cause like I be reading comments with my sister and stuff, and like, yeah, sometimes I be by myself and I just be reading the comments and I be like, yo, y'all be having some interesting comments and interesting things, interesting stuff that is happening in y'all life. And I mean, keep me entertained, bro. It lets me know it's little knowledge that I be picking up on, little things that I know that can help me maybe in the future. But yeah, let me know.
This is crazy.
Also new tonight, a crime with a massive canvas, if you will.
In the world of graffiti, it's called tagging. Perhaps never before has it happened in such a bold and dramatic way. The buildings sit in the shadow of the crypto arena. It was supposed to be 40 stories of luxury condos.
A building that was supposed to revitalize the neighborhood had become a symbol of greater problems.
Yo, I seen that. I thought that was kind of dope. I'm a big fan of graffiti. I'm a big fan of art. So yeah, I thought that was dope. Y'all let me know. Y'all see the one that caught my attention was, I think it said Forever Living Crazy. It's in orange. It's just right there. That's my favorite one I got to see. It could be another one that I might see that I'd be like, oh, that one's hard too. But yeah, that Forever Living Crazy, it's orange. I think it was on the left little tower. That one was hard.
This is going to have a lot of information jam-packed in it, so hang on. Okay, first let's ask ourselves, why is the time of Israel wanting to stop global warming by covering the sun with a parasol? Okay, this is huge, and this is behind global warming. Why have the countries been battling for the Arctic, for the North Pole? Could it have anything to do with the black rock in the center of the whole? Now, whether the earth is flat or round, it's irrelevant. We don't need to argue over the little things, but there is a core of pure phosphorus in the center of our earth. That's why we see all this symbology talking about the black sun. Some call it phosphorus, Lucifer. They've been telling us for a long time. Now, I am not really a follower of Q. Unfortunately, I do believe it is a psyop, but here recently they've been talking about a green sky and putting a lot of emphasis on this green, and this is important, okay, when we know who phosphorus is. We know phosphorus, Lucifer, or the light bearer, when it touches oxygen, it does turn green, hence the aurora borealis. Let's go back to this model right here of the black sun. This pure phosphorus is making its way up through the middle of the earth out the North Pole. Phosphorus is known as brain food. It is connected with high intelligence, okay? We see here that it is also said in Daniel 12 that knowledge will be increased in this time. We also have a full solar eclipse coming up on the 8th, 2024. By now, if you follow me, you should know a little bit more about Saturn. We have an occultic Saturn event April 6, 2024. As well as during this same time, what they call the Devil Comet. To me, it looks like an angel, but I don't know. We know the wise men followed the North Star for the coming of a savior, and the North Star is the Polaris, which is where it comes from, the aurora borealis. We can look at aurora like raw, aura of raw. Green skies will be your sign, guys.
Why all that gotta hit around like a day or a couple days before my birthday? It's like the 8th, the 6th, 3 days before my birthday, the 8th, 1 day before. Like, what's up with the Devil's Comet? Like, what is y'all? Why you gotta be right before my birthday though? Now look, I'm like, hold on, them days look a little familiar. Like, yeah, bro, right before. But I do want to bring up something to y'all. I had a dream, not recently, because previous video we was watching. They was talking about Osiris and Set. So previously, I was like I see hawks all the time, mainly when the sun's out. If it's raining, they sitting on street lights or something. I could be driving and they sitting on like a street light, but when the sun come out, I see them flying over all the time. So it started in threes. Yeah, a dream. It was 3 dreams. I think it was 3 dreams. The first one, I used to do some things that I'm not too proud of. I was young. I was wilding out. I wasn't living correctly. I was living fast. I was making money, and I used to take this certain way to do certain things. And I seen this hawk flying. Like, I'm walking down the street, the hawk is flying. He looks at me. His eyes look like a human though. Like, as I told y'all about the owl, how the owl didn't look like an owl. That's how this hawk looked. He flew in front of me, and he's in the air though, but he flew in front of me, and he just hovered right there. I could see his wings flapping. It was a regular sized bird. He looked dead off at me. I don't remember the rest of the dream, but I know I was on my way to do a mission. And then I had the second dream. Now the second dream was a little bit different. He was flying, but he was big as hell though. He was about as big as me. It was a hawk, aka Horus. Y'all, if y'all know what I mean. Heru, if y'all know what I mean. And he's big as hell, but it was like somebody laying down in a bed, and he was like flapping back to me. I'm coming into the room. His back was to me. He's looking at the person on the laying down. I don't know if he heard me or felt me, but turned around. But the way he turned around, he just flapped his wings, turned around, looked at me. And the eyes on this thing, on this hawk, was crazy. It felt like it was a man. It didn't feel like it was a bird or nothing. It just looked at me. Now that's the second one. And then the third one wasn't a dream. It wasn't a dream. I seen it when it was like I had just started this channel, and I was doubting myself. I was having second thoughts where I was like, I still sometimes have second thoughts. I question, like, am I doing what I'm supposed to do? Am I doing it correctly? Am I growing? Is people liking this content? So as I notice anytime I start to doubt or question or vibrate too low, I notice I see the hawks. Like, it's like a sign to remind me, like, nah, bro, it's time to soar higher than ever. And this particular day, the channel was starting to take off, but I still was doubting. And all of a sudden, I seen 2 hawks, and they flying over. And I heard one he just let out this screech. Right before I went in the house, it just let off a screech. And I knew then, like, oh, bro, I'm destined to keep doing this. I have to keep doing this. I keep seeing hawks everywhere. I got one tatted on me. Like, it's still healing up right now, but yeah, I got a hawk tatted on me. And he's wearing, you know, a pharaoh, I got Horus tatted on me, but that's my spirit totem. But I just want to know what can y'all interpret what that dream might have meant? Can y'all, like, cause like I'm missing it. I went and did my homework on it and looked at it and tried to find out the answer. But I know somebody else might have the answer or another answer, or can open my mind up to another way of thinking, or maybe be able to see the whole board. So can somebody spam up in the comments what y'all think those dreams is interpreting to me, or when I see these hawks all the time, like, can y'all go ahead and break down what y'all think it mean for me, please? I'm asking. So yeah, I just thought I'd throw that in there, because sometimes when I see things on video and I'll bring something up, some of y'all like to be like, bro, you capping because you didn't bring that up until you saw it. Bro, you think I'm just going, when I go live, yeah, I'll go just start talking about certain things, but right now I'm only, if I see something and it looks like that, I'm gonna bring it up. But to shut y'all asses up, the ones that be talking that bullshit, I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and just tell y'all a dream right now. It's off topic, but yeah, I just had to get that off my chest. I need some help with that. So yeah, can y'all let me know, please? Collective. So yeah, can y'all let me know, please? Collective.
It's May 4th, 2023, and we're in Brighton, Ontario, and that's Lake Ontario. And there's the moon. And we have no idea what the heck this is.
It's come and gone 3 times.
Does anyone know what
There's this one movie that I heard that is the most dangerous and cursed movie in the world, bro.
Dangerous and cursed movie.
Dangerous and cursed movie in the world. Like, it's something that they classified as dangerous. Like, you shouldn't watch it. People have died from watching this movie.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, the movie, it's called Antrum. So this movie, it was created in 1979, and it was basically about a sister and a brother that accidentally dug a hole to, like, hell. And there's a disclaimer before you watch the movie saying, like, be careful watching this shit like that, because people have, like, supposedly died after watching it.
Oh, no.
Bro, in the 80s, they had the movie in a movie theater in Hungary. As they was playing the movie theater caught on fire, and the collapsed. 56 people. Who's
and
playing?
The movie theater's crazy.
Bro, and then another time was in like the 90s, I think, in San Francisco. It was the first time they played in America. They was playing it in the theater, and the people was getting anxious because they was getting scared and shit. And they went to the door, and the door was locked. And they started having riots because they was like panicking and shit. And 5 to 6 people died because they got trampled. I think they banned it in a lot of countries because of how bad it is, how much bad luck it is.
Loki want to watch it.
This is sick. This is sick. I can't watch that, bro.
Hell nah, I can't watch that, bro. I'm straight. Antrum, nope.
I'm at the Denver airport with a new art installation in the center of the airport. We start off here with the world. At the South Pole, there is a gate, and then around the world is sand. At the North Pole, there's this pole that leads up to this arrow. The arrow points down to what it looks like perhaps a firmament, to a train station. I should also mention the world is depicted as flat over there. From the train station, from the arrow, we come down here, perhaps a way to get in and out of the world as we know it. Again, surrounded by rocks and sand. Maybe this is where the lizard people live. It's weird.
This is the craziest city.
Hey, my uncle used to tell me, like, hey, go look up Denver Airport. And he was like, the first thing I'm gonna tell you is the paintings. And then he was like, and check out the horse with the red eyes on the runway where the planes be flying in and out. He's like, man, check that out. And he's like, but why they gotta build an airport if they already had one? And then he was like, well, why they got all that stuff underground? And he's like, let me stop. Just go look at it. So I went to go look at it, and I always thought the Denver airport was like real interesting to me. It's like, yeah, it's subliminals all over that airport. I ain't never been personally, but I have looked. I looked that up, and I'm like, yeah. What y'all think they saying? To my people who don't believe in it's a flat earth, if Earth was a globe, I know you agree. If you believe it's not flat, I know you believe that they do got to put the truth in our face. I know you believe that. So if you believe that, then why they didn't put a globe in the middle of the airport? Why they make it flat? Why it look like the originals, like all the other civilizations before NASA came in and said it's a globe? Why does that look like everything else from the past? Like, it looks like the maps did, the flat earth maps. Why is that? What are they trying to say? So if you see that, do you still believe it's a globe? Or are you questioning everything and being like, well, why did they show it that way if it's a globe? They could have just put a big globe in the airport and just leave it right there. Like, they could have did that, but they didn't. They did it all complex. They went around their elbow just to wipe their ass to get their information out. They showing that in our face, bro. Like, what?
China. Seeing a building floating on the water isn't usual, but in this city, it's completely normal. This is Chongqing, China. It's one of the most futuristic cities on the planet. For example, watching a train go through an apartment isn't something you'd expect. But in this city, it's completely normal. There are gas stations on the rooftops of buildings for cars to fill up their tanks. And if that's not surprising enough, this city has one of the deepest subways on the planet. It goes 94 meters deep, which is equivalent to a 31-story building. And this has got to be one of the most complicated overpasses on the planet. It's like a maze, so make sure you don't make one wrong turn. But the final one will surprise you. At first glance, when you look at this video, you'd think you're on the ground floor. But you'd be wrong, because when you walk to the edge of the balcony, you'll realize that you're actually on the 22nd floor of a building.
Damn. Hey, them overpasses America could never.
High Priestess, come hither. Astral projection. Your ascending message of the week ahead is astral projection. Right now, be very aware of your emotions right now. Be aware of all your senses. You know you have more than 6 or 7 of them, right? You have plenty of senses. Be aware of them all. Right now, high priests and high priestesses, so the priesthood, right now would be a good time for you to sit down with yourself and learn more about yourself. It's going to feel like your third eye is being railroaded with a lot, with not just your day-to-day, your emotions, your issues, your happiness, your problems, your everyday, but everyone else's too. Your telepathy is about to get louder. You're going to constantly need to mental dump for the next upcoming weeks. This month alone is going to feel like going to the laundromat at least 4 times a week. It's going to feel like that. And you're not only going to have to wash your clothes, you're going to have to wash other people's clothes. You're going to be doing a lot of filtering for the next upcoming weeks. Do it. Make sure you get you another notebook. You're going to need a new one on handy because I'm hearing the old one you have is about done anyway. I say.
You got to cutting up to that beat, that little frequency. But yeah, spam it up if that woke you up, if that got you on your spiritual path, on your journey that you on right now. That personally didn't get me, there's not one particular situation that made me just be like, oh no, you gotta wake up. It was always like, I was already kind of tapped in since I always can remember, but I would slip in and out of it, if that even makes sense. Where like, even when I'm making bad decisions, I still was understanding, like, I don't know, my mom always raised me karma come back since I was a kid. She made me, she showed it to me, she told it to me. I had to apologize. If I got in trouble and I did something that wasn't right as a little kid, she would pick me up and I would have to talk to I would have to look up and talk to God and be like, God, I'm sorry, I apologize. And she'd be like, why do you apologize? And I had to confront and hold myself accountable then. I remember those days. She forgot about it, but yeah, and I still do it. It's just something she instilled in me since I was young. But yeah, I always had like this feeling of, when we go live, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't want to sound too weird in the video right now. That's why I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna go there yet. But I don't know, I always felt like I wasn't from this planet. I wasn't from this realm. I was from somewhere different. And then when I used to tell my mom that, and the way I broke it down to her, I would get in trouble for that. She used to be like, stop saying that. She told me as I got older, it scared her because she had never heard nothing like that before. But like, I used to always tell her like, I wasn't from, where I came from, there was a girl in my class in school, and I used to say she came from something different. I used to always say that. And yeah, and as I do my little research now, I can kind of see, but I still want to do some more of my work before I bring that to y'all. But yeah, I ain't hear that frequency and it woke me up, but to somebody out there who did. But I don't know, my uncle was always right there too, so I already felt like I was different. And then when I would slip out, he would pull me back. And when I would slip out, he would pull me back. And he would tell me, no, you need to pay attention to it now, because you get into a certain age where if you slip out of consciousness and you fall back to sleep, you're gonna have to deal with the consequences. So you need to be more aware. And the older I got, the more my attention span grew, the more I understood what he was talking about, the more I was able to hold myself accountable. But that frequency didn't do that to me. I listened to I listened to different frequencies, and I have came across that frequency when I'm meditating, when I'm about to go to bed. But if you stuck all the way through, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop an upload. I know we come with them 4 videos a week, man. And this is an entertainment and educational purposes as well. And when you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, it helps the collective grow, helps us get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate y'all, man. And I'm gonna let y'all get up on out of here until I see y'all in the next one, man. Y'all know what it is. We gone.
Ay, yeah. I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably know what I'm